Where's this?
This is just my close up.
Oh.
Well, it's in order to play that.
Of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Approval of the agenda. Don't get a chance to look at it. A motion,
I'll make a motion. A second.
all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Conflicts of interest. I was supposed to call you today.
That's all good. You're good. You're a busy man.
I saw that. Anyway, I get what you answered me. Public comment, first 3 minutes. Public comment. Any public comment? Gotta wait till the last.
Do you have any extra agendas?
Behind you on that table.
Oh, awesome, thank you.
For Joe, we're running on.
Yeah, there's my need on.
Okay. Okay, presentation of budget. So we'll start with fire chief, South Source Lake Fire Department.
Yeah, before you the full budget for 25 or 26, 27.
This way,
The projected income for 3 mills is $634,348 in commodity. Then we have bank interest, we have the contract from Custer Township, the contract with Milton Township for EMS first responder. And it comes to about $676,148. Then under the expenses, you can see that all the expenses are itemized. The biggest expense you'll probably see is on the second page, where it says building, there's $90,000. That's for the reconstruction of the retaining wall that was falling down, the reconstruction of the deck that was coming away from the building, and building a 2-car garage down in the corner of the parking lot so that we can have some storage because we've run out of space in the fire department. All the other line items are almost identical to last year, except that there's an big increase in the utilities, the electric, the natural gas, and spectrum. I think we're paying for the ice for it, is what we're ending up doing it, because the utilities have gone up so high.
Fuel was probably higher too. Fuel,
Well,
or not so much.
when I first started out in 2021, they had allotted $14,000 for fuel in the line budget. Well, I slowly narrowed that down to where it actually should be, down to like $3,800. And we're saving some money with our fuel because we're going to Bel Air and getting our fuel.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
From can't even think of the name of that. They don't charge us the road tax that we pay. If we went to Village Market, they charge us road tax. We go through the county and there's no charge for the road tax, so it's actually cheaper per gallon. And with the war and the gasoline prices spiking up so high, we saw an increase in fuel for this year, but I don't expect it for next year. Hopefully things are gonna go back down to normal and we'll be back into the $3,800 should be about right for the fuel. Contract services, that's another big one. That's all of our services that we have to contract out to get done. We have to flow test our SCBA units, we have to hydrostat the tanks, we have to do pump testing every year, we have to do ladder testing every year, we have to do hose testing every year. Compressor maintenance, station generator maintenance. DOT inspections on all the vehicles, those are all under contract services.
Where is it at? Oh,
It actually, it's the first expense line budget, line item, contract services,
oh, I got it.
about $23,000 for the year.
For all the testing.
Yep. And then we had an IT person come in and all of our computers are well over 10 years old. One of the computers is actually shut down and locked. Bridge out of the system. So in that line item for office equipment, you see $5,100. That's for 3 new computers. Scanner and probably a new printer. I'm glad to entertain questions if you have any.
Maybe you should explain why you ran out of room in the basement.
The ambulance service is now living in the basement. We were actually using the basement for storage, where once they moved in, we sort of lost all of our storage in the basement. We're gonna manage to build a small storage room down there, but it won't be big enough to, like, we're gonna move the boat out of the apparatus room down to the new garage. Because right now, if we have a water rescue and we need the boat, we have to move the engine out of the way. We have to back up, hook up to the boat, pull the boat out of the garage, and then back the engine back into the garage, because we're not gonna leave it outside all the time, especially in the winter time if it's a ice rescue. So with the boat being down there, it'll be a lot easier to pull down there, back up to the boat, pull it out straight shot out drive.
Yes.
Some of the other projects that have to be done this coming budget year, there's air tanks inside the engine that fill a cascade system, and they have to be hydrostatically tested every 7 years. And this year they come up for testing. So we have to have a company come in, they have to remove those tanks from inside the truck. And it's no easy thing, they have to raise the cab and take the side, the front part of the box off to slide those tanks out. Take them out to hydrostat them and then put them back in, so. We have to do that, we have to replace the tires on the vehicles because NFPA says every 7 years you're supposed to replace the tires on your vehicles. Manufacturer recommends every 10 years, so we're going by the manufacturer, and this coming year will be our 10th year. Those trucks were bought in 2017. So all the tires have to be replaced on both of the big trucks, so that's about $14,000 once you replace all the tires on both trucks.
Well, there's 12 tires, so
Yep,
you carry a spare on those or
no,
not? You don't have room for a spare.
or Jack.
Yeah. What else, Paul?
That's about it, unless you have any questions.
Anybody have any questions?
What do you use for internet
Who do we use for internet?
Mhm.
Spectrum.
And phones.
and phone?
Yeah, Spectrum, it's our phone and internet.
We are testing out Starlink.
Let
Significantly.
me know what hers.
It's actually, we've had it 6 months now,
Down at the other end.
at the other end, not here. If it did, I was hoping that was gonna be clearer.
Uh,
We're working on getting it down here. We'll let you know. how it goes.
yeah,
About $410 cheaper a month.
Good.
That's why I brought that up.
yeah,
Yeah, it's certainly something you look into.
I'm always looking to save money.
Could it work over there? Sure. Okay, anything else?
Which I would like to add that on the building that is going up, Kyle Aldridge, that building should cost about $70,000. It's costing us about $44,000. Because all the lumber's kicking in and Kyle's kicking in some of the labor to do that building.
Those should at least send them a thank you for the donations to the township. Good. Go. Send them our way if they wanna do anything else, a lot cheaper than that. We got some projects here we need done.
That was a good job.
Oh, thanks.
Who is that, Kyle, who?
Kyle Aldrich,
No.
JBK, you know him.
Yes, I do. Good man.
He's pretty busy.
Okay. Any other comments? Can we move on to? Helena Township. Budget report.
Sure.
Okay. Kathy, you wanna explain this, being you worked it up? Did everybody get copies or was just?
No, I just have the receipts. I mean, I gave you what. That sheet. In your folder.
This one.
No. Up in your folder. For the expenses. Which is you. Yeah,
Oh, this.
what we're, yeah. I'll say the receipts, we have one more week to go, these are the actual receipts. And then I got with Bob on what we're predicting for the upcoming millages. And then the rest of it is about a 3% increase based on COL and CPI for the receipts. And we still, like I said, we have a week to go, so I think we're getting another state of Michigan revenue sharing check, and then there'll be interest from the bank and maybe a few receipts from the township. So then that'll get updated for a week.
Okay. What am I looking for here?
On the expenses, I do know that we put in there a 3% wage increase based on cost of living and the consumer price index. And so they'll discuss that, I guess.
So let's see, actual receipts from July 25 to June of 26 reflected in the first column. Okay. There's an increase of almost 20,000, looks like. Yeah.
Did we all get a copy of that or just Butch?
This one.
We talked about the 3%. Carryover flex balance at the end of fiscal year minus 6 months worth of expense to be paid before millage revenue is received. Beginning in December 2026 and collected through March 27 based on last year's first 6 months expenses. Fiscal year projects, and some of them are started and will continue as the cemetery, sonar mapping, grave sites, reseal existing blacktop. Possible blacktopping of some 2 tracks. Tree removal. Yeah, we got a big limb this big around, came down in the cemetery, didn't do any damage, but we've got some tree removal to do. Veterans firefighter memorial headstone clean. So that's proposed. Community center, complete remodeling project of entryway, kitchen, bathrooms, straight paint, additional ceiling. I think we're pretty much done with that.
And we might have to repair that wall on the garage and repaint that too, that rolls out. I don't know, if we can do that this year or not. Under the expenses for the roads, I will say that that's what is in the bank now for the roads. And then we'll probably get around 414,000. Starting in December for roads, but I don't know if that will all be spent because it depends on what the road commission can do in a year, and that depends on what Butch finds out from Alan. But under the expenses, that's what's in the bank right now for roads.
So.
694.
Yeah, 694, 477.
So
That's
we
it.
had a carryover almost 200,000. Cause you got this.
No, that's not a carryover for the roads, that's what's actually in the bank for the roads right now. And then we're predicting to get another 414,000 starting in December. So there'll be over $1 million in roads, but what they, you know, what the road commission and the road committee comes up with for projects.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the expenditures are gonna be, but that's what's in the bank.
Can you
The
get,
three roads that I gave you the estimates on at the last meeting
yeah,
are in excess of $1 million.
Wow,
So there's not gonna be
so you'll probably be using
no
it all
fluff in that.
so what were the roads again?
on the, here on your budget sheet.
No, the roads that are proposed to be done.
Oh, I don't know.
I brought it, but it's yes, Crystal Springs Road from the Alden Highway down to Chapman, and then another section from Chapman down to Clam Lake, and then a 2-inch overlay on Page, the full length. Crystal Springs Road, East Orch Lake Drive to the corner, and Chapman Road beginning at the intersection of Chapman, Alden Highway, and then north to Crystal Springs Road for approximately 12,000 feet. The road commission has allocated us $16,606 out of their allocation this year, and of course, it's too early to know what they're gonna give us for next year.
They gotta go back and do the chip and seal they didn't do last year.
They're gonna be doing they believe they're gonna be doing the chip seal around the middle of July that we contracted with them for last year. And everything kind of fell apart with the chip seal company. They're back at it, and they told Alan that they should be here the middle of July. Which is better than the 4th of July.
Yeah. Can we get him down here to have a talk? Cause there's other projects that we'd like to see done too. I don't know what it's all on him.
I need to have him here to talk about it, just tell him what projects they are,
Well,
and he will get a price for you.
well, in comparison to Crystal Springs Road, Page Road, and Chapman Road, do we look at downtown? Now, I know that's their responsibility, but it's never gonna get done if we do it for them.
Downtown is gonna get done.
Yeah, but they're gonna do the sidewalks and the curbs too. And
Well,
the
I don't know about that,
sidewalks are bad too,
Mhm.
and it's a
Is
reflection
that
on,
their responsibility or ours?
well, it's
I
county
don't-
property,
Yeah,
but. You know, are we willing to chip in and get it done?
I guess we have to talk about
Yeah.
that at a meeting,
So,
get estimates on what it'll cost, huh?
yeah. Because I mean. If we don't do something about downtown, it's not gonna wait another year, because we're gonna have potholes in the middle of town. It's already breaking up. We got another one at the corner down here.
That broke up that they filled once, it's all they built.
Yeah.
The drive.
And my point is,
Where's that?
It's about the stop sign,
Yeah.
where the road turns.
About
Yeah.
out here?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's big hole in the center again,
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
Been out
About that, okay.
over a good week.
And there's a chunk out across from the depot too.
Yep.
yeah, that was
Is it 2027 that they were gonna go from Crystal Beach all the way up to
Yes,
McPherson?
no,
Yeah.
to
And that's what it was.
Crystal Spring.
so that's 2027.
Yeah, that's 2027.
But they'll patch whatever needs patching in between now and then.
Yeah,
Well, I just, you know,
But you know what, I'll talk to them about sidewalks, but I don't think that's their responsibility, maybe the curbing is, but. I don't think
no,
pouring new sidewalks is.
they own the sidewalk,
Pardon?
they own the sidewalks in between the sidewalks, the curbs and all of it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Alright,
It's. I had a discussion with the sheriff's department about not ticketing people that was parked illegally down at the marina with boat trailers. And, the deputy didn't know that the county owned all that, we don't own it. And, so they didn't give a guy a ticket, but I had to talk to the sheriff, and they will from now on. But, now that's all county property. So we can't go in and do anything with that any sidewalk unless we get with them. So I would say if they tell us that, then we don't have a right for the sidewalk. So. But they're getting pretty bad shape, so they may want to give them to us, so we need to work on it. Yeah, I'd rather see that done than some of the side roads, unless they're really bad. So,
Yep.
we're gonna have potholes downtown, right in the middle. We're close to, you watch, it's all spider crap. And it's coming apart. So, a couple of years ago, we did East Torch Lake Drive, well, that's great, but. Everything coming to East Torch Lake Drive comes through here, and half of it goes up the hill, and half goes East Torch Lake Drive. We didn't do anything about the maintenance part of it. And all of that traffic goes on, which is right downtown. So. I'd rather see that done than some of these other projects. So. Well, I haven't gone out to Chapman Drive to see what kind of shape it's in. I know Crystal Springs Road has got some bad spots in it. So,
Yes, it does.
but I think we need to reevaluate on what we're gonna spend our money on first. So. All right? Okay, anything else on the budget? Any questions on the budget?
Will that be posted on the website?
Yeah, website usually post out here in the front too. So, did we put this in the paper? No, we put it on the website.
No.
Okay. So it'll be on the website.
The different words. You know.
I don't know.
Okay.
So do we have a line item for communications? We're gonna have things like. IT phones, the BSNA annual subscription, other subscriptions are. That's. It's not
That would just come out.
itemized,
It's not itemized, but I mean, if you have what they are, we could separate that out from the general fund, because the general fund, that's where that all comes from.
right,
The fire department puts it down as a different line item. We could do that.
We could do that.
Mhm.
If you write down what you want, I'll take it out of the general fund and itemize that one. I just will say it would get paid because it comes out of the general fund.
yeah, it's just, the general fund it needs to be itemized, so we know where the money.
Well, everything except for building, cemetery and roads is general fund. All of those line items are general fund.
Yeah.
So if you need some more line
Right.
items,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, but not much. Cause I mean, the fire department,
So this is a chart of accounts.
look at their pages. They got this many line items. They're telling us about everything they do and nothing about.
They should.
Oh, same as last year,
What's that?
same as it's always been?
Yeah, basically, and so we probably should take out more, show them more line items. Bank interest, that may be on here, but,
It is.
okay. But the contract services and dues, subscriptions, wouldn't hurt to have some of these other ones on here. I know we put something on here, but legal, how much we spend on legal? Wasn't it a separate line item?
Mm,
Are you running it like a spreadsheet? Is that what that is, Cap? You running this like a spreadsheet?
It's on Excel.
What happened to BS&BA? The software merge,
Yeah, when's that merge?
you don't have that on there
So
with reports?
BSNA is assigned to take on AP, AR and payroll.
Right.
We already have tax and assessing on them. We're converting to the cloud and they're going to pick up the clerk stuff when they do that.
What have they said about this type of accounting?
We haven't sat down with them on all of it. We met with our other accounting firm, the process people, and we're working with them on. What we're missing in the process, and also do we need policies, and they will be forming or helping us make more policies. With all the business. So we're just getting into we met with them last week, interviewed last week, so it's still coming.
We're expected to have their recommendation 2 weeks after the interview. We all sat in separate interviews to go through things. So once we have that recommendation back, we're happy to share it.
Yeah, I'm not sure we'll have it by the next meeting, but no, we'll bring that up in a regular meeting. So that's just in the starting stages. We met with them last week, so. And they will go over all our processes. And, basically an audit. But they'll go over all, what's that?
How's that audit coming? How's that audit coming along?
In order for them to move further, they have to rebuild the chart of accounts, which is what we've been working on, because a lot of it was worked in just a dump pile.
You don't have I mean, things broken down, it's in a general fund, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why I've been spending so much time at home working on this
I
to
mean, the
break
fire
it
department
down.
was asked to do this for years to break to this board, and break down everything. And this is unacceptable.
Yeah, this needs to be. A lot more than what we're giving you, so, but hopefully that process will start coming to light. When, if I can't even pronounce it, can't name of the company, but,
Manor forward to Sunny.
yeah. So. And hopefully we'll have something better to show you, maybe it in here, redo everything. So, but the process will be, they're looking at everything, and if we need a policy put in place to, take care of any of that, they will be doing that and recommending it, so.
Who's determining what policies
Yeah,
are needed? Is it you guys or is it?
No, it's them. It's them. They're gonna come, they already came through an interview. We're gonna get their recommendations and then they're gonna surround whatever we choose into policy.
So you guys are gonna choose what gets
What-
policy and what
I
doesn't.
think at the end of the day, they'll recommend and it would be up to the board to
They'll also,
enact.
yeah, they'll also tell you, well, you need this policy, and that's something that, yeah, and they do it for a lot of townships, so I would assume that they know what they're doing, so.
If you don't wanna get sued, you should have this policy. I mean, that's gonna be a lot of them, like, these are gonna be,
Yes.
this
basically,
is one you have to have.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a policy in place, but is it written, so if it's not written, you don't have a policy.
And that's a lot, what the interview was for them to understand where we were, so talk through policies, and they said, oh, do you have a policy for that? I haven't seen one,
And processes too.
and
where
so
did the
then
COVID
then
money
they
go
will,
in? General fund,
Well, the COVID money
because you have to track that,
it has been in the general fund.
that has to be tracked.
Yeah, it should have been, I don't know when it went into the general fund.
If-
But,
How are expenses categorized? I mean, you just
I
pay
don't
the
do
bill, you don't have a budget. You don't
So
look at what
when
you
I-
spent.
I'm sorry,
You don't look at what you spent last year or the last couple of years, compare and say, okay, utilities are this. Lawn service is this, snow plowing is this, legal is this,
Mhm.
your audits are whatever, office supplies.
yeah,
those
All
are
of
the,
that
those are
should
the,
be categorized out.
those are
in
the
the
same
chart of
exact
accounts.
questions that I had when I walked into this building.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly the answers that I'm asking and I'm getting myself. So
Great.
when everything's in one big dump bucket, I have to separate the mouse turds from the peppercorns and try and figure out what's what. That's where we're at. I've built 9-digit chart of accounts that represent the fund, the department, the activity. And I have had to reclassify every single transaction since 2 years.
Okay.
We could go back further, but
He-
I can't go back any further. I can't spend my time on that anymore. I can get the 2 years and then the forensic audit team needs to pick it up from there.
I didn't know how you get an audit with that type of accounting. A true,
It's, yes, correct. Look at this. So what Bridget is doing in hers, this is what I've been building in here.
she's building the thing.
So you can see exactly It's all itemized out.
Which basically her sheet,
I mean, I don't get the expenses, so I. just
This
do the
wasn't
receipts.
built out before.
but her sheet will look basically like that.
Here, I'll print one.
Butch, how do you determine your projects and things that you brought up downtown? It's a little. Yeah, we had a situation where I came from, they fixed it. How do you determine, you go back a year or two or figure out what you, I think you just said you might have a couple hundred excess from last year. And I'm not holding you to that, I'm just asking, how do you project that? What you're gonna do, you need to fix the road, you need, I mean, the laundry list could be 10 miles long.
Yeah,
How do you attack them?
well, basically,
If you all get together and attack them?
basically what the road commission feel like we need to do along with Butch, but I think we need to get more involved in it. I'm not
Yeah.
happy about downtown, I haven't been happy about downtown. Yet we go through and we're doing all these other roads. To me, living in Alden, downtown represents all of us, and it looks like shit. Now,
Yeah.
excuse my language, but it doesn't look good at all. Curbs are broken, and they were broken when I owned the store and I sold in 2020. And nothing's been done to those curbs.
It's the bulk,
Well,
it's in my opinion, but I.
it's county maintained, it's county property, so we have to convince them. And I can tell you right now, they're giving us 16,000, it's gonna come mostly out of our budget. But with $600,000 in there, I'm not too sure I wanna pave roads that get 10 vehicles a day down compared to 2,000-3,000 vehicles downtown.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
something we need, that's why I asked Bush to get Alan in here, we need to talk about this. I'm not happy at all with what I see there. So,
What usually happens with the roads is that the road commission chair and our road committee goes around and makes a list of priorities.
yeah.
And then the board brings it back to the board.
But maybe I should get on the road committee, 'cause you got a Jim Gurr that's been on it for a long time. I think I have a different opinion because I'm not happy with what it looks like downtown, and it needs to be changed. So, I'm not taking away from Chapman Road, or Crystal Springs Road, but like I said, everybody comes through Alden to get to these places. So, I think it needs to be done, and done sooner than 2 or 3 years from now. So,
And Butch, can we add on there for safety crosswalks? I mean, they don't wanna do it.
well, that's a different subject, I mean, everybody likes to have crosswalks, but I was told by Bert before, and this is basically what they'll tell anybody. We have to kill somebody before they put a crosswalk on,
Mhm.
just like you have to kill somebody to put a red light in.
What
It
if,
also takes up, you put in a crosswalk, you lose 6 parking places, that's half of downtown.
that's what the big argument was.
Cause you have one on each side and the one where the crosswalk is.
Handicap.
And then tell me how many people are gonna walk across that crosswalk to go, the length of the street, go to the crosswalk, go back down, it's just not gonna happen.
But what about painting parking spots?
Well, that should be done, but again, that's the county, so
Well,
we used to
we
do it.
determined that county's not doing it, right?
But what's that?
We've determined that county's not putting much for it. There's other townships that are deciding to just put their own funding towards this because they're not.
Yeah, what was it, Kearney Township that did, Eddie Steel Road, they say for several years and then paid the whole budget. And maybe we should start looking at that, start saving it. Do we really need the chip and seal for $75,000? Unless there's holes or cracks and stuff in it. They chipped and sealed my road. It wasn't that bad, other than I got about a dump truck full of gravel in my front yard. Which I wasn't happy about, so I put it all back out on the road. What they do, come by a week later, swept it all back in my arm, so. I'm not a fan of chip seal, but anyway. I would rather see, sit down and ask the questions, why aren't we getting downtown done quicker than their projected time of 2 more years from now?
Well, the other question too is where the funds going? Where did the COVID money go? Like I
Well,
said, it's been booked into the general fund, but where'd it go?
I took it
We
for
took it,
the,
You took it.
yeah, BSNA, I took a line in my pocket.
yeah, didn't see my new Corvette, No, this is basically what the audit team, the BS&A startup, because that's not cheap. The cemetery, they have their own millage, that comes out of the cemetery millage.
We did
That's
the
a separate entity.
signs,
What's that?
we did the signs,
The signs, the
Speed
speed limit
Yeah.
sign came out of that. The bathroom blocks came out of that, so, that's
I
what
have a
we were doing
report.
here about 3 months ago, and we can tell you what we actually spent on it for. We pretty well took up a lot of it, not all of it.
we still have a little bit to spend by the end of December. But it's all been allocated, it was saved, good to go.
So I was always under the assumption that it was one of these CDs. But it wasn't, it ended up going in the general fund. But, so, I mean, we pulled it out of the general fund, because that money really was for other projects. And these are the ones that we want to get done. So, to get the processes in place that we need to run this more like a business. And I don't want to leave here handcuffed because the state of Michigan comes in here and says, oh, you weren't doing this, and you didn't have this process in place. So, yeah, I'm gonna spend COVID money to put that in place, and that's basically what we've done.
Been a lot of cleanup.
When will this audit be done?
I don't know that I got a date from them, they just started last week. So I'll let you know when they come back and give us some results. And then they ought to be able to, kind of project what they're gonna need and how long it's gonna take.
And BSNA and Manor work together, so it should be a seamless transition once we get everything sorted out to convert over to BSNA. And then it's
So that's still in the works.
much
Yeah.
more secure, expected to be launched by October.
Yeah, none of it is a simple one-day project, it's,
Sure,
Mm-mm,
sure.
over a long time.
mm-mm.
This is what she's doing. It's basically similar to what Paula showed you, it's a sheet with breakdown of everything, training, miscellaneous repairs and maintenance.
That's something Oriana's done here recently, that is.
Yeah,
That's the expenses.
No,
I put about 80 hours in.
She's doing this in the same turn, like. You know, I've never known, okay, I go down and I rebuild the docks. Well, I've done it for the last 2 years, I've got 3 more docks to do. I have no idea what I spent on them. With the crane, most of the work that I got was volunteered. But there is some expenses in it, the welder, and some things we've had to do. I would like those kind of things broke down. Where I know what I'm spending out there. Like, one of the projects comes to mind. Go around and touch one of our split rail fences. But don't lean on it, because you're gonna go right through it. So we need to come up with something different from the split rail fence. Because even at the tennis park over there, you put a brand new split rail fence up, you're not gonna keep kids off of it. And eventually, it's gonna fall over. So we need some other kind of fencing to keep vehicles out. And, but sturdy enough to, if kids are gonna climb on them, it'll hold. But the depot, the tennis park, all of our accesses that had a split rail fence across are coming apart, or the poles are coming out of the ground. We need to change all that. How much is that project? We've got stairs that go down at the depot that need to be replaced. We got them at Mary's Beach. I think that's probably the only 2 that we have. Yeah, the rest of them are flat. They don't have, structures in them, but those 2 there need to be rebuilt. Before they get too dangerous for somebody beyond. What's it cost you to build a step that's 30 foot down an incline? You know, so, but this will track our costs a little more that I've never seen, and I wanna see what I'm actually spending out there, including labor. So I'm doing labor, so.
It's great for us to see it too.
What's that?
Great for us to see it itemized
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, so, you know, you come back like, people have had a lot of asking about the tennis park thing. All mad and, yeah, you're gonna do this, do that. I said, no, it's on a piece of paper, it's a concept. You know, we're not moving forward till we've got all the information. We don't have all the information. So we don't have all the split down cost of it. You know, there's things like, do we have to do an environmental impact study? that close to the lake, we probably do. That's not in that 245,000 or what it was. So there's some other issues that we need to look at to make sure we've got all the costs before I go to somebody and say, hey, Paul, how much you wanna give? Well, how much is this project? Well, it's 245, maybe plus, and plus, or take away some. So we don't have all the figures on it. But we get a lot of people asking, and I can't tell them, just like I can't tell you how much I spent on the dock last year. or this year. So it comes in, it gets recorded, but it all goes in the general fund, so. I
I'm
need to
surprised
know.
you even get an audit. Yes, and then you're gonna look at this and be able to understand
On
this
your
audit.
expenses, it's broken.
And then, I mean,
It's recently broken down since I started doing that.
Yeah.
It's literally picking everything out. They're gonna let me know what they need. I might have to go through old files. We're trying to get the 2 years done, cause that's what we're gonna be audited by the state on at the end of this month.
Yeah. So, we have an audit coming this year,
And it audits the past 2 years.
every 2 years, but
we get audited every 2 years. Well, we give them the information they need. I'm seeing there is not there.
yeah.
How do
Well,
you ask
we
that audit?
had a different audit service that we're gonna be using. So apparently. We gave them the information. and they-
BSNA comes up.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So anyway, we're working on a lot of new stuff to make our business, and it's more transparent. That's what we're trying to get at. I'm not trying to hide anything from you. We're trying to get more out there that you see. Instead of having to come in here and ask questions about, well, what is this? And to be honest with you, I can't tell you what that is. So I want it more broke down, and she's on her way to breaking most of it down, so we'll understand what we're actually spending.
And there was misallocated stuff, we'll just
The wrong fund balances.
talk about this. There was a check for a CD written for and posted to supplies, office supplies. Well, it's an asset, it needed to be, so every little thing like that, I have to go through and reclassify it because it was just put in the wrong place. Or it was just put in an imaginary place.
For how long?
Yeah.
How long?
Don't
How
know.
long?
How long is China?
How long you been doing that?
Up till she started this list.
Wow.
Up till she came in here and looked at it and said, oh, wait a minute. So that's what we're trying to, trying to get,
We didn't get the bottom of that.
well, once we break all this stuff down, we've got more of a good idea of what we're spending our money on, every bit of it. So,
The state of Michigan puts out a chart of accounts that we should follow. We haven't been following it. I've incorporated that and made that our master list, and now it's just plugging each expense into the proper account.
So
I'm
this
happy.
company will basically try to itemize, right, and then figure out what line items they need. Which then we build the line item, who decides what the budget is for that line item then?
I'm not doing anything with the budget. I'm just doing the expenses.
Yeah.
The budget would be before I was here, so whatever lasts.
I can tell you that
No,
the
but
budget
going
from
forward.
last year,
But going forward, once
Yes.
you come to draw the line in the sand for us,
Mhm.
what you're going back, but for current year,
Mhm.
then you can start taking what you said the budget total was.
Yep.
And I'll call it reallocating it,
Yeah,
so the total doesn't change.
right,
Where it's applied to,
correct, yeah.
so that you can measure
What
that.
each one is, yeah.
Is the audit separate from the state
Yes.
audit? Who's the external audit?
Maynard forward to some.
Okay, you've changed it from Tobin.
Tobin is our accountant that we have not used in a while, yeah.
right, yeah. So that's what I said, the COVID money, and we're switching over, based on some, we had help with some IT people that, they're not working for us, but they came in and gave us some advice.
Mm-hmm.
And they totally agreed with the people that we've taken on board and started to use.
Mhm.
So So it's not us doing it, we've got professionals that are helping us. Guide us to the people we need. And granted, we need to change that stuff every several years anyway. We had Tobin, we had Intercom. But now we've got really all new people.
Yeah, they never did an audit or they got what was given to them.
Yeah, that kind of way,
Yeah, that's not an audit.
yes,
No, not the type of audit that we're going through with Minner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be looking at everything, so, and that's what we need.
Mike, we've always gotten these at every meeting.
Right.
This shows where all of the money is spent. So it's not like just out there in limbo. I mean, anytime anybody wants to see where the money is being spent, or the.
Every month there's a whole check register, there's a
Hold
whole,
right here, once a month.
Is that on the
When
website?
we get here, and then we get a book
Oh,
that is supposed to have all of the check stubs and the invoices to match it. We didn't get that last month, I'm not sure why,
Oh, it's, because
and then.
Victoria, she wasn't here, sorry, so that's why I couldn't make it.
Was that published on the website? I mean, you guys see it, but where is it for the residents who's basically, you're supposed to be the stewards of our money.
Right.
We will, oh, no, I didn't mean to complicate it out.
no, we can't do that tonight anyway.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely the budget meeting, so.
So that was a joke for Victoria to,
I mean, all of the.
every
Yeah.
invoice and check that we write is in that book. The trustees sign off on it at every meeting. I'm happy to share the chart of accounts, so everybody that's familiar with accounting can look and give me your opinion. Is these right? Do you want more? Do you want to see less? And we can go from there.
Hey Butch,
Yeah,
on your sheet there, what are, and just in round numbers, what are the projected revenues for, or projected receipts for next year?
I don't have receipts, I've got revenue.
You got a second, 1,346,267.
And then what are the?
Where's that?
1,500, and then what are expenses?
Same,
Okay. So you're,
Zero base.
okay.
Is there a carryover?
down here. And then there's 3 CDs too.
How much cash do we have right now? Last week it was like $1 million or something.
Yeah, last meeting.
It was. Which do you have that, not,
One up here,
no. This
what's
way,
in the bank?
What's in the bank balance? Doesn't,
I know, but I don't have that with me,
I do,
do you? Okay.
yeah, 1.337334.
okay.
What was it last year, this time?
I don't know, I don't have access in the online
Yeah, I
for
don't
that.
have that.
What,
I don't have the bank statements with me for this.
You can get that online though, can't you?
She can't just evidently, she can't go back.
Mine doesn't go back that far.
Oh.
I can probably go back that for a year ago and see what it was.
So we're gonna bring in 1.3, we're gonna spend 1.3, and we have 1.3 roughly. That's what it sounds like. Okay, good, thank you.
I don't see by the side.
Are the bank statements here or are they at your house?
The bank statements are at home.
Why is that record not kept here?
I bring them down. Oriana has a copy of all of them.
Why are they not stored here?
yeah, why are they?
Your
The
home
older
is
ones
not
are,
county property.
the older ones are. Just the current ones that I'm working on.
Who does the bank reconciliation?
Who's what?
Who does the bank reconciliation?
I do. I balance with the bank every month and then Oriana balances with me.
We shouldn't have any documents for township records at somebody's home. Like,
That's not unusual for any of the treasurers.
it's a business, so she'd never be a.
No,
There's
Like, I
there's a
wouldn't know.
copy and there's a copy in the office always. Bank statements.
So this is last year, this is the report that I ran. 25, 26. These are our total receipts. And that's total expenses.
Okay, so she got it right here, she ran it on her. So,
1.0 for last year.
1,074,000, no, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
1,074,000.
I think I got last year's.
$2.
and
The
then
current
this,
budget and the proposed. First figures are 1,133,680. That's based off of. Your expenditures.
those are receipts.
Look at this one.
$20,000 increase in last year this year, we're gonna do it that.
Mine came up with a 69,000 carryover.
I mean, I'm not.
So where are all the county accounting records at?
I can't.
Where all the accounting records,
Records
There's a
at
copy
Where
in
they
the
go.
office.
where they kept,
the
the
computer. work.
originals and the computers and all that.
Yes, the clerk has a copy of those.
So I have a copy of invoices or bills. I do not have a copy of source documents for receipts.
Where are all these originals?
I give you the actual receipts every month.
Where are all the original supporting documentation?
The receipts are given to Oriana.
I get a
Are all the
handwritten.
original source documents kept?
That's what I'm saying, there's a
Your
copy in the
computer,
office.
you do your work here or you do your work at home?
No, I haven't had a computer here.
Okay. So whose computer is at your home? Your personal or is it the county's?
I have the tax computer, and then I have my own personal computer when this one crashed, and that's only the spreadsheets for the township.
Thanks, Missy.
So did the township pay for either one of those computers?
The tax.
The tax computer is the township's? Do you remember what year that was purchased?
I'm thinking that one was 2 years ago. The one I had before that was donated by the county.
Did that go through Incom? Did Incom?
Yeah,
So they,
I.
okay, any other questions? That we can't answer for you?
Greg, do you have anything to say back there? Can you shoot 2 cents on where this stuff can be?
Counting? I don't think there's any answer.
Well, as I know you dissect a penny, so.
Ask the question.
I was a partner in a regional CPA firm. Oh.
Do you want my spot?
Now we know who to call, but.
Yeah, what's the question?
What's your phone number?
I'm going free down.
Yeah.
Are you gonna integrate all of the computers that she's got in her house back here where they should be?
I think there's a data issue. I think there's a security issue with
Hugely.
computers not being protected. There's nothing wrong with having a work from home laptop. I take this home, I work all the time off of it, but it is secured from our IT company. So it makes me nervous that there's a home computer that we don't know of that may be maybe insecure. It could be putting all of us at risk. So.
Not protected by the township. per se.
Yeah, and so we need to protect it. We need to do something to protect it.
Immediately.
You got hit with 212 apps in one day, here about 2 weeks ago. So,
I can pull up those stats too. Really? Yeah, we're getting hit from hackers inside. Japan took the lead yesterday. I don't know why, but they seem to be hot.
This BSNA thing, you're moving everything back here to where it should be in the building.
Well, BSNA and also.
Or whoever it is that's doing that stuff should be back
I'm on
here.
BSNA.
It
What's
also,
that?
I am on BSNA for tax.
but you're on.
You're on a cloud.
You're not.
I'm on .net. Right now.
Yeah, which has to be switched over to the cloud.
Which needs to go to the cloud. It's, there's so much risk that we're in.
Why can't we just get the computer and update it?
Because it's apparently not our computer, she said it's her personal computer. No, the tax computer is.
It either needs to be updated or not used.
So the tax computer gets updated and the personal computer doesn't.
I'd be for security in my tiny business.
That's brand new. This reason, every phone's that computer, how many you should transfer her stuff over?
Yes, governmental accounting, how many funds are
I don't have anything to do with the accounting, I can't even look at the checks, I can't write a check, but I'm.
How many different funds do you?
There's federal funds, roads, cemetery,
Oh, villages?
Yeah.
what's the other one? Road, cemetery, general
Building.
building. Mhm.
There's also the Veterans Memorial that's in Parks and Rec for
Those,
donations.
those aren't fund accounts.
Those are donated accounts.
And the building and cemetery and roads are the only ones that have a millage to them. The general account gets 1 mil allocated from the county. They get, state revenue sharing and property tax administration fee. Those are the three big ones that the general fund has to run on for the whole township.
Thank you.
Can I ask what Parks and Rec gets a year?
Well. Park maintenance this year is down for 20,000 and park projects 55,000.
You know what we spent last year, Kathy, right off the top of your head? And that's.
But I'm not expensive,
That's one of the things that we
Receipt.
we wanna be able to track, we've got. All the different projects we do, I mean, we got no way of, knowing where I spent.
So.
Yeah, there was
Break it down.
there was a street light loan project at some point.
yes,
For 160,000, so they paid it back, they didn't allocate it correctly, so there's been this.
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
expenses, you mean?
Under the chart of accounts.
Yeah.
So if
The chart of accounts is also payroll.
Kathy's computer was hacked on her home internet, but it's a county or a township computer, are we covered as a township? No.
No.
You can't get into it, I think you could
I
have,
mean, the answer. Yeah.
these are protected.
So, but
Do not go sit outside her house and try and crack her Wi-Fi password, please.
Yeah, no. But these are protected. So that's,
that needs to change.
well, it's gonna probably have to change when they do the BSNA and then put it on the cloud. It'll have to be in here. We bought her a brand new computer sitting on her desk in here. It just needs to be downloaded from her computer into the township computer, then we can.
Well, it is it's just a strictly a tax computer, so,
Either way, they can hack it,
yeah.
so, but, yeah. So, we can protect it in here, we can't protect that house. So,
What were you saying you wanted to know? Perk something?
oh, Barry, what was it again?
I just wondered, what was the allocated budget for Parks and Rec?
They always put $10,000.
You know, we've never, in Parks and Rec. Don't recall.
When it's parks
We
maintenance,
ask for projects, but we never get money,
Yeah,
or we get approved to do something like. Yeah, I'm trying to even think of something,
well, if you had a $10,000 budget, I mean, we put locks on new doors and locks on the bathroom, that ran over $10,000.
yeah, but that came out of COVID.
Well, but still, it was dedicated to Parks and Rec, so if we listed there, whether it was COVID money or not. You know, his street signs, the LED street signs.
that's part of it.
Here you go, Jim.
You wanna be fired up, you let me know.
Those tires are out.
I guess another question,
So-
would be, what it, last year, what did Parks and Rec spend out of that budget?
I'm looking right now.
You only have 10.
And it should go, and it should build, but I didn't wanna get too far ahead.
Cause I mean, the bathrooms, the dock,
All the parks come out of the general.
yeah, all the parks comes out of there, we have.
Point Mountain.
It does come out of the general, but it's itemized.
Yes, it's
General is a big, huge.
It's just a barrel throw out.
That means nothing.
So that's why we're trying to split it.
So last year, Parks spent that much,
Well,
81,000.
I moved it. 81,000, Barry, you're way over your budget.
Oh my god. I wanna know what we did.
Amazing.
Did I get to do something bad?
That's a big
You don't get any
bucket.
money for the next 8 years. Holy shit.
So in that bucket is the painting, the lawn chair, the janitorial, everything is in there.
Actually, last year for Parks and Rec projects, it was 75,000. And Parks maintenance was 10,000.
Yeah, so it's.
So you didn't.
Yeah,
I did what?
I
Can
said
you
last
fix the
year on the
items?
budget, it
Mhm.
was 75,000 allocated for park projects
Mhm.
and park maintenance for 10.
Okay.
Can you
So,
ask if there's any way you have a type of itemized thing to say with that 80,000?
yeah, I know what is on here,
Based on the invoices you got.
correct?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know we got
why you're-
fencing around the ball, but
That was
that
on the
was
budget.
approved 4 years.
Oh, the budget.
Yeah, the budget.
No, it's some of the other.
I would only have receipts for what went in there.
I'd have to go back there to tell you what all was paid.
Is this stuff Gordy did?
No. Gordy's a donation, it shouldn't be in there.
No, that's under PNR projects, that's under their own fund.
We did do some excavating. There's trash pickup, that was a large one,
Yeah.
$5,000.
You got Porta John.
So Porta Johns go
All
on
that
there.
stuff.
All-
Yeah, everything, the
I'd
signage.
love to see a breakdown like.
And mowing and all that too.
I have it right here, you want me to print it?
Yeah, shoot me a copy so I can try to digest.
Oh, that's great.
Button. Oh, third time.
I just know that I volunteer on a lot of things. And then.
You didn't know.
to spend-
I-
No, I'm just saying that, you know. I'm always told we don't have any money.
We're not keeping a very good check register here, I can tell you that.
Yeah, but we're
Wait,
working this all
what?
out, so. Like you said, we'd like to know what we're doing,
I mean, I heard at a Parks and Rec meeting one time, our budget was $3,800.
normally they put down on the sheet projected.
But nobody ever hammered it out, what we have to work with, and we've never ever tapped into it.
Mm-mm.
It's always been a project that we present, and then you guys approve it, and I don't know where that money comes from, either the general fund, the Parks and Rec, or
They have their
whatever.
own line item.
Yeah.
Parks and maintenance and-
I'm just trying to,
But if it goes over that 10,000, it comes out of general fund, right?
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get any new parking lots, we didn't get any beach, we didn't get any pickleball, we didn't get any resurface. We
3
didn't,
minutes is up.
Yeah. So
Go back to read.
there's something, this is another one, this was, I tried to go find out.
Sure.
It was posted wrong by
Yeah.
this person for
Yeah.
$4,000.
Previous clerk, for.
Professional services, I don't know, so it's a lot of digging and researching and trying to figure out each.
Yeah, but she's listing now, like, every time, something's mowed, I mean, cemetery is different, every time they're better. But,
We need to know.
the expenses of everything that's mowed, all the accesses are mowed, the depot, the ballpark, is there. All those have to be mowed, and those are separate items now. So, we can have better handle on it.
So we're hoping in the next couple of months to be able to walk in, Mike, if you ask me how much we spent on cutting the grass. We should be able to pull it right up and tell you.
Well, she's got a lot of it right now up to date, but now she can keep up with this as a
Yeah,
broken family.
The bigger issue I got is right at Catherine,
oh,
is she's doing her accounting of the
Again, I'm
house.
still working on how this all
And
looks.
can't account for everything.
no, I
I have the whole receipt.
I'm just.
I'm the receipt side, I'm not the expense
I
side.
think you're doing a great job.
So you're taking the money in.
Right.
And that's listed and everyone gets a copy every single month. Exactly, what the receipts are.
I didn't realize you're driving in these spots.
Now what?
I didn't realize you're driving in these spots like this with nothing.
Oh, yeah, I've been driving quite a lot.
Get your handle around all that stuff, you know.
Is
And
this-
I can see how you can't project anything, or you gotta have it. We've been hacked twice
Yeah.
Really?
and ransomed twice. So you gotta get your hands around that. And then you can do some projection, be just in time, it's, you know.
Yeah.
That way everybody don't make a dime get it done.
Yeah. And that,
This is just a statement I can.
yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
I don't want
anything to
do it.
We're trying to get a handle on all this stuff. We've brought professional people in that have track records of being good. The people that were helping us get there have been really good.
I would,
Without their help, we wouldn't know where to go. So,
I would love to show a previous chart of accounts and what we have currently, just to, just to. Yeah, I know.
let's not go there.
But it's,
That's a good point. You
So,
gotta start
yeah.
fresh
yes,
to move ahead. We can talk about the past all day long.
right,
You really nowhere, but
right.
get the complainers out, or get some,
I had to.
excuse my language, I hate to swear them. But you know, once you start fresh, you move ahead, you make projections, get that job done. You're on the right path, then you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is your money, you should walk in and have how much we get for one thing.
It's every
Yeah.
board member's, our statutory duty is to be fiscally responsible. And I came in here asking questions and I couldn't answer them. So now I need to get the data to be in an answerable form.
This isn't an overnight thing. She's been working on it for over a year, and basically, I'd say she probably worked a minimum 4 hours a week. In this office. You know, which is way over what anybody else ever did.
And I don't bring my husband. Sorry, that was a joke. Somebody accused me of that.
You bring in, you get the help you do this. You move fast.
Well, that
Is it,
that one company is gonna
that's
help
gonna
us.
be your team.
Yeah, and they're gonna help us.
They're getting everything they need.
Right.
Are they getting everything they need?
Yeah,
So far,
yeah.
So
And
far.
they also know too, well, anything they want, we'll need to, we got nothing to hide. We want it straightened out, where the next time you come in here, hey, everything sounds good. I got a breakdown, I'll show you every penny of it. That's what
We should be able to start paying all our bills online
agreed.
instead of like checks.
That's,
So, I just-
that's for.
Whoa.
So,
I gotta get my retirement, you better keep buying stamps.
I'll send you the information that you need.
I don't know why it's not just aren't cheap. I gotta make it somehow.
But I mean, we used to hammer the fire department on every line item,
Right.
you know.
That's my.
Sure have.
And I expect we
Sure
should
have.
be looking at our books and having listed out like he does.
Exactly.
And up till this point, until she started building this, we have.
Paul, can you go back 5 years to that too?
He could, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree, you're in the paper.
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
here forward.
moving forward, this is our plan. So that's.
When do you expect to give a report to everybody that we're moving forward and doing what we're supposed to be doing and getting transparency?
Yeah, we could at our regular meetings, you know. So,
I think that should be on the agenda every meeting.
yeah, we could,
We're not, I hear the excuse a lot that this is how we've always done it, and that doesn't necessarily make it right.
No, there's certain.
Well, like it was done with the imports, not my job, whatever, I mean, that's just, we're done with that.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm working on a project, I'm scanning the resolutions that are in the corner there.
Oh,
Yeah,
does everybody know that we hired a temporary office assistant, Andy Stewart? Thank you.
I want to scam me, and this is what we got.
Yeah. The Diet Coke version.
She brought her husband,
Yeah.
just saying.
So I'm scanning, and as you can see, the
Yeah.
left side is everything I've already scanned, I've got a little bit more on the right side, but we're missing the whole years of 2011, 2010, and 2009. We're missing, there are tabs there, but there's no resolutions in there. Does anybody else know where they could be, like, are they stored anywhere else? Cause I've got stuff from 80, 89.
How much computer Bonnie's got it.
Well, and then I'm missing the entire year of 2011 of minutes for the board.
Yeah. That's a pretty year off.
I did.
There's your gap here.
No, I mean, it's more reason of why we need to have at least a hard copy in the office. Something more secure.
and again, that's something we're working on, so. We
Good.
don't, basically, my day is Tuesday, 9 to 12. I'd say probably the last month I've been here at least 15 hours a week. Or things that are going on, all up here, or meetings, or meeting with, IT people, meeting with, county and some of the groups that we're trying to get in, so we're both spending a lot of time up here, to make this right. And that's on our own time. My wife is bitching at me because I'm not getting stuff done at home, but, there's things that gotta be done here.
Once we get this straightened out and get it right, it'll be.
Yes.
Well, and
It should be.
it would make both mine and Kathy's jobs so much easier and not doubling the work or trying to recreate the wheel all the time, and it's make it so much easier. I'm very excited. Right now, it's very labor intensive, and it's time to move into thriving.
Since there are a lot of signs out there, we're asking everybody just to, we're going 35 miles an hour, so you'll get there, but just.
My.
The other day, I said IP on it last night when I came home.
Oh.
I see.
Who's messing with the sign?
They're coming here, a guy was following behind him and he saw that sign and he like locked him up. I almost hit him in the back end. I was like, dude, you know, just slow down.
You guys that are walking should say more than 3 miles an hour too.
Yeah, they're 10 times.
What we're on there, thank you for taking the extra time off your life.
Yeah.
So, instead of kicking the can down the road like it's been done for.
And Oriana.
You know, it's not the money, you know,
It's not about the money.
it's about the township, and when I committed to this. That's all part of it. So, like I said, I make what, $5-10 an hour, but
Yeah, -2.
-2, yeah. But, no, I mean, there's a lot of times that if, well, Monday, we were up here, I was probably up here 8 hours.
Mhm.
Monday. But we gotta get this stuff done, and we feel that once we get all this stuff in place. It shouldn't take us as much time up here spending every hour in. She's putting in a lot of time just trying to get this stuff transferred into her. We'll get there. So
When I hope to sleep better at night knowing that it's all done and correct, and
I will.
if somebody
yeah.
comes in and starts asking questions, you can go, wait a minute, I got it.
Yeah.
Or right now, you don't have that.
No,
I feel so stupid sometimes, well, a lot of times, when somebody asks me for minutes and I can't produce them.
Right.
It's embarrassing, and it should be embarrassing to the entire concept, not just
Right.
me. Did we talk about putting my deputy on hourly?
Oh, is that in here?
I don't know that it made it into there, but, I think Victoria.
And this is part of this. Yeah, it's not in here.
It's not in here. Um. Right now, she's taking home 580 for her salary here, and it's. I don't think it's enough, I think she should be on hourly.
Again, when we get a lot of this stuff done and everything organized, then we could probably revert back to. Salaries, et cetera, but for right now, we're asking her. To do the same thing, 20, 30 hours a week, just trying to get this stuff in on the computer. And get everything we need done, and I believe it's unfair for her to get whatever it comes out to. $580 a month for the time she's spending in here.
A month.
Yeah.
That's
It is, it's, and so I would have her, I did make a resolution.
What was the original expectation of hours?
Of,
For
Deputy?
Victoria, yeah.
10 to 15,
A week.
Mhm.
So,
and she doesn't wanna do much more than that.
okay. No, that's
Yeah.
fine, so faith, and then there was a weekly amount of weekly pay or what?
No, we'll keep it as of monthly.
So she's paid monthly with
Mhm.
the expectations of,
Oh, wait, we were gonna do weekly, weren't we, cause the or every other week, cause office assistant,
well,
cause not on salary.
right, whatever it is, the expectation was ballpark 40 hours a month. If I just ballpark it. 15,
Yes, a
10
month.
to 15,
Mhm.
4 weeks in a month, roughly 40. So
Yeah.
whatever the hourly rate it converts to. Have her track her hours.
Mhm.
Somebody has to, approve it. You'll know the work that she's putting out.
Yeah, and all of that can be automatically done in QuickBooks online now. So.
That's with the understanding once this flurry goes away, it goes back to what the expectation is. She wouldn't have to work next
Well-
month.
She doesn't wanna work, it's,
How many hours is she putting in now a week?
about 10 to 15,
Okay,
and she's taking home,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
She's putting in more than 10 to 15 if she's taking stuff home. Or is she not here 10 to 15 hours a week?
We're getting off on different questions here. Go ahead and start again.
The intention of your deputy
Mhm.
work 10 to 15 hours a week here.
Mhm.
Right?
Well, there's 9 hours here, and then she has a laptop, she can work from home as well.
So basically.
So what,
we
how many
used to
hours more
set
is she
up
putting in?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 hours each day, so 9 hours a week.
But she has been getting extra pay for doing the extra
Yeah,
work. too,
but she's
you're
also
saying you
getting
wanna-
extra.
It's half
pay
of what we pay.
Because she does the Zoom, so that you can't
It's worth
count
it.
them.
It's half of what we paid the Zoom people.
That's even less than that.
We can go back to
We
paying.
paid Zoom $350 with her transportation costs and everything. She gets $100 to do Zoom. Or she's not traveling from Traverse City or leaving, but, yeah, so that's a different fee. So,
Mhm.
People need to get paid for their time.
Yeah.
That's
What's this extra 450 for her on this sheet then?
Zoom,
That's from the Zoom?
that would be from Zoom, that was probably what, a month worth of Zoom?
yeah, cause we're zooming a lot more now. We're zooming this meeting, we're zooming planning and, what's the other one? Oh,
Have you started Parks and Rec?
CPA, we're gonna start doing Parks and Rec, yes, we,
Yeah, I think they all should be zoomed.
Yeah.
Every meeting.
that's a good record,
so.
First of all, it's a secondary minutes.
yeah, and, we were paying the Zoom gal
$350.
$350.
That's where the travel time too, yeah.
Every meeting, so,
So we're saving money. By having her do it. So,
I know you guys are much younger than I am, but when I come in and ask her some computer question, she goes. She's gone and I have 3 hours trying to figure it out.
if you guys need it.
Did you program your signs yet?
I know.
Just asked and.
The meeting on those.
Your grandson?
Monday the 6th, and she and I are gonna watch it, and I'm holding the ladder while she programs.
There you go.
How old?
Huh?
How old?
I said, she's younger. Somebody said, am I bringing my 6-year-old grandson? I said, no. I said, just need a young kid. She fits the bill real well compared to me.
Oh, here's better, that's what it would break down to if she went hourly.
So it breaks down to $25.
I don't, but I can run a copy for you. This is the past 3 years of year-over-year budgets.
23, 24. 763,000. 24, 25, 983,000.
What is this for?
This is
That's
the
that-
budget, the fiscal year total budget.
Is it expenses or what is the number?
What's
This is
this?
the total.
This is just the total. 25, 26 was 1,074,000. And projected for 26, 27 is 1.133, so.
And it shows the percentage of
Oh,
increase.
yeah, increase in 24, 25 of 28%, it jumped. And then 25 to 26 was only 9.3, and 26 to 27 is only 5.5%.
So it's going down.
Yeah, it's going down, so big increase on 24, 25. So. Okay,
This copy of that.
You know, I just really looking
which one? This is a different one.
Anything with blue is mine. So
So, need to vote on the budget. Approval of the budget.
I think that was on there. What, how many percentage that you have?
it says it
Thank
right.
you.
Pardon me?
We're gonna approve the budget, so I need a motion to approve the budget, please.
I'll make a motion.
Need a second?
Yep.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
So
Resolution,
before we break up, I want these people to know that the reason there hasn't been any emphasis on that, the pavement down through the center of town is because slow traffic versus high speed, big truck traffic out of town is busting the roads out. And the fact that the county is gonna replace all of that for free instead of using your tax dollars, which would be used on the other roads. Now, if it's the general opinion that you want the tax dollars to go right downtown right now and forget the fact that it could be free in a year, then I don't have a problem with it. But not my money and not my roads.
well,
So
we need to.
I'll do what we can, but I still am not sure that the county will do sidewalks and curbs. They did tell me they would do curbs when they came through paving, but they didn't say anything about sidewalk.
Wasn't the through downtown, free by the county supposed to be done last year and then now
No.
this year? I thought it was 25, 26.
No, never.
Originally.
Last year, and the first firm date I have heard is 27.
Didn't they change that? I was at that same meeting you were at,
It was a different date.
that they talked about the hot money. They haven't figured out how that trickle down was gonna happen. So they didn't know where the money's gonna come from yet.
That's for
Or
lots
give
of
any
other
dates.
projects,
Right.
not this one.
Yeah,
So that was an interesting.
That, well, it was very confusing because they didn't answer anything.
Well, they don't even know yet.
Yeah.
That's all.
I called John Russ and asked him what the hell was said there, and he goes, that's why I didn't go.
Yeah,
He didn't want to get hard questions because
they can't come up with a firm answer.
they don't have a clue.
The court decides what they're gonna do about the lot issue.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Well,
So I don't see them doing anything anytime soon, from what I got out of it.
The court and the pot thing.
Yeah, the whole, I mean, or the top, or the county getting any money to do any of the projects that they're planning on doing.
Yeah, and they're gonna be getting some, yeah, but not as much as they could
It
be.
could be, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they thought they were gonna be shorted on it, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they gonna go, that's the whole thing, where the money is coming.
What it boils down to is all you guys gotta start smoking more pot.
that's what it sounded like when from out of that meeting.
Mhm.
So we need a roll call on this, on the budget, approval. Our people's kind of approved it, yes, Oriana,
Yes,
Catherine,
Yes.
Michelle, yes. Which Sparks,
Yes.
you can try those, that's more for me. You can take the election stuff off of mine. Cause I asked you to.
yeah. This is just the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, I don't, I should put it in my salary. It needs to be somewhere.
Wonderful.